I'm a flight king. I'm good at catching them flights for the cheap. I was able to get from California to North Carolina to Florida back to California. I did that for like $300. I went to, I flew on Spirit. I went to the airlines to buy my tickets because it was cheaper to do it that way. I just did a lot of things different. Wasn't working. Didn't have to drive into the job, so I wouldn't spend that much money on gas. And during that time, I was the Small Business Association was having workshops, so I was going to the workshops, learning. I was able to do that. So during that time, I had already mastered how to do this because I worked a lot of contract jobs, and a lot of contract jobs they'll just let you go. Some of the jobs they tell you you're gonna be there 6 months, they'll let you go in 3 months. It happens. And they just tell you on a Friday, hell, they'll tell you on a Tuesday. I had one job, let me go at lunch break. I went off, I had a key card. Went to lunch break and said, oh, don't worry about it. They tricked me. They fooled me. It said, oh, the door, you can leave your key card. I said, okay. They said, oh, don't worry about your key card. You can leave it here. We'll let you back in. I left out the building, went to lunch, came back, doors locked. Got an email from then my agency called me, so, hey, man, they're going to let you go. I'm like, well, where's my stuff? Oh, they said your stuff is out the desk with security. They let me go at lunch break. I had no plans on this. Super frustrated. So as all these things kept happening, I started learning how to manage my money because sometimes there would be a gap between, a 1 month. Sometimes there would be a week. Sometimes it'd be 2 months between jobs. And I was going crazy. So I had to really learn how to manage my money. And that's where, I am now. I'd stopped working. I had a contract job. I was working in October. It ended in October, and I didn't pick up another job till January. But I was cool because the job I had, you're getting paid 30 days later. So I was able to make money. A couple months later, I got paid, 4 or 5 times. And the money from October ran out in February. So by the time I got a new job, I still had money paying everything off. I was able to pay my rent and able, still get through Christmas and all this other stuff. So unemployment, a lot of that has to do when you lose your job, you got to really know how to manage your money. You really, really do. You mind the downsides. One thing I learned from that situation is always keep your credit cards paid off because them credit card bills will kick you in the teeth. They'll kick you right in the ass. You got to keep the credit cards low. You can't have a lot of credit card debt because that's a lot of money they're paying out that you can just keep for other things. You got to learn how to cook at home. You can't eat out. You can't, you got to learn how to maintain. You got to learn how to maintain. And a lot of people have never lost a job. I'm sure some of these federal employees have been working these jobs for 10, 12, 15 years. Unfortunately, some of the people who are on 2 years probation, they let them go. And what do you do about that? Like